if you want. And back your corner.
Third man in the circle for this one, Olivier Coste. We are set for 3 rounds of action, but as we said earlier, 2 men with tremendous finishing rates that may not go that far.
All right, judge.
We know they're very
Judge,
proficient
judge,
on the
time.
ground, also
Ready?
no slouches in the stand-up. Takenaka likes the left middle kick, likes the overhand left and the right hook. Delfino works well on the inside if he gets a chance to use his Muay Thai elbows, his knees, and his uppercuts. At the moment, Takenaka looking to control center circle, and there's that left middle kick I spoke of.
Yeah, Delfino knew it was coming. He immediately caught it, entered into that clinch. He starts to tangle, presses Takenaka up against the circle wall. Let's see what he can do here inside that clinch.
Trying to get that left hand inside and does so now, Takenaka.
Watch out, watch out.
Likes to use his striking to set up the double leg takedown, Takenaka. No chance of that at the moment, though, for the Japanese warrior. 12-2 Takenaka, 8-1 Delfino. 80% finishing rate for Takenaka, 89 for the Brazilian Delfino.
Takenaka's got double underhooks on Delfino. You can see Delfino's trying to create a little bit of separation, trying to reach in, grab the legs, just get some of that control back. That's what he wanted to do. Spin him around. Now he's got control outside that wall.
There's the elbow on the inside, the Muay Thai technique that Delfino likes to use. Gut punching knee from Delfino returns the favor as Takenaka. Uppercut elbow there from Delfino.
We've seen this in the past from Takenaka, how he has that control. He just does so well inside that clinch. You can see him trying to go for that hip toss, but a beautiful inside reap of the leg to put Delfino on his back.
Moving to side control, but in half guard at the moment. Takenaka trying to get that right hand off to the side of the head of Delfino. It's amazing how far Delfino's come in, what's a relatively short martial arts career. Didn't start training in BJJ until he was 19 years old. That's only 11 years ago. And here he is in the largest martial arts organization on the planet. Incredible determination on the man who grew up on the banks of the Amazon River.
See, Delfino's doing a really good job of trying to maintain that half guard position. He does not want Takenaka to slide his left leg out of his legs so that he can establish side control. Takenaka has really dominant side control work. You can see Delfino's now, he's throwing his leg up over the back of the head of Takenaka to possibly go for a rubber guard. But you can see Delfino use that chance to pass over and end up in side control.
Tied up like a ball of twine at the moment. Side control for Takenaka. 2 minutes remaining. First round set for 3. Couple of right hands, the side of the head. Now one to the top of the noggin there from Takenaka.
See, Takenaka's got that crucifix, but a big bridge coming from Delfino. And he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Takenaka was trying to circle around to the back, but Delfino was able to reach around and pull him back into the front position.
A tango on the feet, takedown. Now it's Takenaka, top position inside the closed guard. Now open from Delfino. Back and forth contest here, Dragon. The first round as Delfino throws the legs up.
Yeah, Delfino's attempting to go for a triangle, but Takenaka was wise to it. We told you, ladies and gentlemen, that this would be a very intriguing ground game battle, and that's exactly what's playing out here. We're seeing so many little different, intricate movements from both these guys on the ground. Pay very close attention to Takenaka trying to get past the legs of Delfino, and Delfino trying so hard to keep his legs in front of Takenaka and at least control one of those legs.
Takenaka, who comes in off a 13-month layoff. But no signs of any ring rust here from the man from Osaka. Inside half guard of Delfino. We move towards the end of a very entertaining opening round. Both men have certainly had their opportunities, had their moments. Now 3 judges are scoring as an overall contest and not round by round. Good popping left hand at the side of the head, just below the ear there from Takenaka.
can see the way Takenaka's got his legs triangled around the leg of Delfino, and that usually happens from the bottom guy using some kind of lockdown position. But Takenaka's actually using that so he can maintain this top position. Usually the guy on top is showing a little bit more dominance, and that's what Takenaka is doing in this first round.
End of the first, we go to the towels. Let us know your thoughts, folks, wherever you're watching around the world. At One Championship on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Look at this. He throws all of his power behind this reap and then drops down to control and to get this sweep, and that's what started this ground onslaught. Delfino did a good job of trying to bridge out, but Takenaka tried to sneak around to the back, and Delfino was able to use his right arm to prevent Takenaka from fully taking his back. A lot of flexibility demonstrated by Delfino in his upper body right there.
Delfino just the one loss, a decision to Tatsumitsu Wada on his one debut. Can he get in the winner's circle, here tonight?
All right, ready?
Olivier Coste gets us back underway. Very good first round for both these athletes. Southpaw stance here on Takenaka, orthodox stance on Delfino. But Takenaka does like to switch and again starts the round as he did in the first with that left body kick. Nice overhand right to a high right roundhouse there from Delfino. Takenaka catches the leg. Can he sweep out the support leg? Picks him up. Tries to plant him to no avail and gets stuck here, Dragon.
Delfino was looking real sharp on his feet, threw that nice body kick to open, but Takenaka answered, and immediately Takenaka wanted to get to this thing to the ground. And you can understand why, because he was able to dominate that first round so convincingly and just have control of Delfino. He knows exactly where he wants this match to take place, and Delfino's trying to maintain good control of the right arm from Takenaka, as Delfino might try to use that arm to pull himself back up.
If there's one thing Delfino cannot do on the ground, it's to let Takenaka take his back. Skilled at attacking the back position, the Japanese athlete, rear naked choke specialist.
Nice little step over there from Takenaka, and he's driving his shoulder and his head. Inside these clinch positions, pay close attention to the head position of each of these guys. Where their head goes, that's where their body's going to go. If Takenaka has his head above the head of Delfino, that's going to enable him to have better control. Delfino needs to work his way back up to his feet. Takenaka's going to pass that half guard right now. All he has to do is stick that foot there and slide right over. Good job by Delfino to try to bridge out of it, though. You can see this is what Takenaka wants to do. He wants to sneak around and take the back, but Delfino's trying to keep his back up against the wall, but Delfino was able to do it. Now he's got that body triangle.
It's the specialty here. Delfino has given his back. Takenaka's taking it. Can he take home a submission? Lots of time to go in the round. He's going to reset here, Takenaka. This is not where Delfino wants to be. With Takenaka on your back. Look at the veins bulging out of the head here of Delfino as he tries to survive. And Takenaka takes his time. Going to soften him up a little more. This is Takenakaville. This is Takenaka's world. He owns this position. He's a rear naked choke specialist, and the figure four wrapped around the body will constrict the breathing of Delfino. That's going to wear down the Brazilian.
But with the body triangle, you can see how high Takenaka is up on top of the back of Delfino. With that happens with the body triangle, and so that puts his arm right against the chin. Delfino is ultra tough. It's going to be very hard to submit Delfino with a face crank. It can be done, and Takenaka has a good squeeze, but he's got to get that arm underneath the chin so he can apply that pressure. It's slowly getting under there.
Oh, this could be bad for Delfino. He's still surviving, but there's still 1:35 remaining in the second. Again, Takenaka resets.
You can see just how high Takenaka is. If he releases the body triangle, he might be able to sit a little bit lower so he could get that arm underneath the neck. But Delfino's, oh, now it's getting under there. You can see how the forearm is just under the chin. You can still finish a choke from this position because you're cutting off the carotid arteries, but it's going to be tough.
Oh, this is it. Surely this is it now. Surely this is over. How is Delfino surviving?
That's what he's got to do. He's got to pull that hand off of his head. He can't let Takenaka get that squeeze. It's getting under there, Michael.
Still Delfino survives.
He's got to keep control of that right arm of Takenaka. If Takenaka can get that arm free and apply the squeeze, it might be a wrap. But Delfino's doing a great job of holding on. He is ultra tough, Michael.
This is amazing. If Delfino sees out the next 40 seconds, this will be one of the great survival stories. Against a man who is a rear naked choke specialist. Delfino, I don't know how long he survived for now, Mitch. It's been a good portion of the round, and Takenaka again tries to reset that choke.
Yeah, he's been on the back for at least 2 full minutes right now, and he keeps attempting it. He's getting tighter and tighter, but Delfino knows exactly what's going on. I'm sure he's been in this position hundreds of times, and he's completely composed.
Mitch, it doesn't look like Takenaka will get the tap with 10 seconds remaining. How mentally debilitating will it be for Takenaka, knowing he strived so hard and he could not get it?
You know, he attempted to really apply that squeeze. He probably just gave total exertion into his arms and put everything he could into that tightness, but he's been there. You said it yourself. He is a specialist at the rear naked choke, and if he just misses a couple of times, I don't think he's going to be that discouraged.
Which begs my next question. Physical toll. Who did it take more of a toll on? Takenaka attempting the choke time and time again, or Delfino defending it?
Oh, look at that squeeze right there. You can see it's going to happen for both athletes. I mean, we're entering the third round. It's the final stanza of this high-intensity grappling battle between these two. And that tightness, Delfino definitely struggled inside there. Not only did he have his neck constricted, but he also had that body lock triangle as well. So his entire body was being contracted by the legs and arms of Takenaka. But Takenaka was squeezing with everything he had. But look at him. This dude is chiz. Both these guys look like they're anatomy charts. They are definitely in high-level conditioning.
Look for that left body kick of Takenaka. He's opened up every round with it so far. He goes to the head with it. There's a body kick from Delfino. Nice elbow on the inside from Delfino. Some of that Muay Thai technique. Dropping down for a double here. Takenaka loves the double leg. And gets a takedown, even though Delfino tried to post up dangerously on the left arm. Takes the back standing now. The old backpack technique.
Oh, beautifully done. He was able, he knew that second kick was coming. He knew if he threw a kick, Delfino was going to answer back with one. He caught it and used it as an entry into this position. And immediately, now he's got 4 minutes to work from this back position, Michael.
Mitch, what's more difficult, defending with a guy on the back, on your back on the ground, or when you're standing like this, carrying him like a backpack?
Well, it's definitely hard to do this on your feet. You know, you're carrying his entire weight, but he is up against the wall, so he can kind of lean against the wall and take a little bit of stress off of his legs. But he's got to fight off a rear naked choke specialist who is just getting tighter and tighter. And you can see how he's using his hands to support his body, not defend the choke. He's got to defend that choke. He's relying on his toughness to get him through these choke attempts.
As Mitch said, so early in the round for Takenaka to already be attacking from his favorite position, from the back of his opponent. A lot of survival time for Delfino to get through, to see out the round. Takenaka's going to try and flatten him out, perhaps. Riding the back patiently, methodically, trying to break Delfino down, to snake that arm under the chin, around the neck, and squeeze and choke Delfino.
But you can see Takenaka is a bit higher up. And so he has to kind of reach down to attack the neck of Delfino. So all Delfino has to do is keep that chin tucked and not allow those forearms to get underneath his chin. And all he has to do is just keep peeling off. He knows exactly what he needs to do to defend this. But Takenaka just is relentless with these choke attempts.
Some reverse punching there from Delfino. Once again in survival mode as he was for most of the second round. Can Takenaka find submission number 5? This looks deep now.
That's underneath, and you can see how Takenaka is trying to hide his own hand behind his head. That's underneath the chin, Michael.
Oh,
this might be a wrap.
Now. It is deep. He's submerged. It's over. Good night, Irene, for Delfino. And Takenaka takes another submission from his favorite technique, a rear naked choke.
It was just too many opportunities. You cannot give Takenaka that many opportunities to sink in his favorite